next drive. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 29, Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 53's the mic. 53.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49ers' 45-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Mike 57.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Darnold looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Well, Charles, let's take a quick peek back to Week 9. We saw the first win for the Dolphins, first loss for the Patriots. So what we're left with is one 8-0 team, the 49ers, and one 0-8 team in the Bengals. So what happens first, a Bengals win or a 49ers loss?
Ooh, that's a very intriguing question, isn't it? And you really don't like this race because the Bengals...
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Avery Williamson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
21.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Hey, tight. 49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic.
21. Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
White.
49, guys.
Hey, Foxtrot.
I'm here all day. 49's the mic. Watch 49.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Paul Warlow coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Check right 54.
On first down, it's Bell, and he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey,
writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Stepping aside from this game for a second, how about us being in Week 10 of the NFL season right now? That makes me want to resurface that MVP talk we had earlier in the year. Who do you have right now leading in the MVP race?
Is this quarterbacks edition only, or can we actually bring other people into it?
Yeah, go wherever.
Because the league does tell you that MVP can be anyone, but no.
He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 79 yards. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
He's coming. We got double up.
They run it with Breida. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Here's Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Darnold. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, You can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Danny. Hey, wahoo! 49's the mic. 49's the mic.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This one from 48 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
That's fielded in the end zone.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will be angry?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This will be taken short. Twisting away. Runs through the contact. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Here we go. 180! Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. 13! We got 3. 11.
Now on 2nd and 16. Garoppolo. Well, that's complete to Sanders. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Here we go. 180! Black! 3 buzz. Mike's 49! Blue Dan!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Goodwin able to haul it in. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Here we go. 180!
first down. Garoppolo on the screen. This is Coleman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
11.
Garoppolo now. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and that'll bring up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away.
It got his man complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 82 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
At the 31-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
49 the mic, watch 49. Watch the slant, watch the slant. 49.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And that is incomplete here. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but now it'll be 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
11. 49, guys.
Garoppolo. And yes, he found Toilolo. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Man open, it's Goodwin. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Darnold, eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darnold now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
Let's get it. Here we go, here we go. 180! Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Here we go. 180! Mike, 49. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Stay hot. Stay hot.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and beat.
He's got a man, complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 69 yards.
First down, New York.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 54's Mike, 54's Mike.
Darnold from the gun toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
21. Here we go.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo and didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Hey, Mike 7.
Hey, watch the ball. 54's Mike.
A first down throw, Darnold. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Here we go.
Get that quarterback.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them safety out of this whole thing. It puts them in that position.
Check 31, check 31.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Point after here coming up. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Niners 35, Jets 28.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. They run again with Breida. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So the victory here for San Francisco. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
can you tell me what you wanna give? How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer.